This woman had just returned home after staying up late to work overtime, when, out of nowhere, everything went dark, and she suddenly died. Even she couldn't believe how casually her life had ended. Luckily, a kind-hearted God took pity on her, deciding to grant Annie a second life, and even threw in some cheats for her. Things like teleportation, or one-punch kills. Anything Annie could think of, the God could grant. But to the God's surprise, Annie simply said she wanted to pet fluffy animals. It had been her dream ever since she started working, just to be able to pet something soft and furry after work. She felt like it would heal all her exhaustion from the day. The God was completely baffled by this request. Still, not fully understanding her reasoning, the God decided to give it a try. And so, Annie was blessed with the ability to be loved by all non-human creatures. Annie wanted to tell the God she was joking, but it was already too late to take it back. The next moment, she was in another world, reincarnated as a newborn baby. Her new parents lovingly named her Annie. Annie couldn't believe she'd actually been reincarnated. In no time, Annie was 2.5 years old. She lived a happy, loving life as part of a family of 5. Her family adored her, and she was always surrounded by fluffy animals. This dream life made Annie feel incredibly grateful to the God. One day, Annie's mother had to visit the royal palace. Since the rest of the family was busy with work, her mother decided to take Annie along. It was Annie's first time going on a trip, and she was thrilled. But the wait at the palace quickly became boring, so she wandered off to play in the royal garden. Before long, a group of animals gathered around her. Just as she was about to start petting them, a pair of bright eyes emerged from the bushes. All the animals immediately scattered. Suddenly, a figure appeared behind her. It was a white tiger. At first, one would think Annie might be terrified, but to everyone's surprise, she was absolutely thrilled. The white tiger tilted its head in confusion, then licked Annie before lying down, to let her climb onto its back.